hope that doesn't make... Oh! Hello, hello. Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Give me a second to just post on Twitter that I am live. Man, I'm hungry. So, that. Happy Halloween, everyone. I need the red dot. Red dot. There we go. And then live now. Perfect. Yay. Thanks everyone for taking time out of your Halloween to spend it with me. I am excited to show you guys. Very quiet. Oh no. Is that any better if I talk closer to the mic? Maybe I have to turn down the background music too. Whee. Alright, I turn down the background music a little bit. Tell me if that's better. I don't want to like speak directly into my mic, but it seems like this mic just doesn't pick up anything unless I like speak directly into it. Hello, hello. Are you guys in the Halloween spirit? I'm wearing skeleton onesie. I bought this for a costume that I was doing with my friends. And then I was going to return it after wearing it that one day, and then I realized it's actually pretty comfortable. You sound like a tiny small ant. Oh, not at all. Uh-oh. It's snowing, so not very Halloweeny. Oh no. Hold on, let's see. What if hold on, I'm gonna unplug my mic and unplug it back. Let's see if that helps. Alright, does that help? I unplugged it and unplugged it again. Dang, so it's snowing where you're at. Does it normally snow at this time? Let's see. Let me move my Fuki. Yay. Right here. Oh man, so if it snows by this time every year, then that means people aren't really going out, huh? Let me know if my audio is a little better. I tried unplugging a brain. Hi, Krisu. Welcome. Sounds a bit louder. Okay, that's good. I've been having trouble. I thought it was the cord for my mic, but it turns out it's just like the converter that was making that really weird sound the last time I did. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, JP. How you doing? Normally it's hard to say because climate's been changing a lot. It snowed early like this a lot when I was a kid. Your audio is clear to me. How often do you get snow in your area? Oh my god, so many people are here. Woo! It's nice to have the chat moving, you know? Oh my gosh, okay. Hi, Krisu. Okay, I'm glad the sound is better. Howdy. Yeah, so it seemed like it like snowed a lot and then it didn't, and now it's snowing a lot again. So let's see. Audio is clear. Good. I live in Southern California, so I don't get any snow. But how much snow do you get in your area, Pomuvaris? I'm curious. I actually got a picture from a friend, and they just got their first day of snow. but it was like very like light blanket of snow. And I asked him like, oh, what I meant to say is how heavy does it get, but it came off as like, does it get worse? Of course it gets worse, I know that, but and then they're just like, bro, I'm near Canada. It's gonna snow. But yeah, so welcome guys today. Oh, I want to show off my Halloween costume from this weekend. I was gonna do like a really nice edit of our faces, but I might just like scribble it out. But we did really well with our like face makeup and stuff like that. So it was myself and my two other friends, and we did Lock, Shock, and Barrel for Nightmare Before Christmas. And it was for like a trunk or treat. That was this weekend. Um, I'll show the picture of us like after we finished putting on makeup in the bathroom. But our hair looked pretty cool. We bought some like $10 like hair gel, and it worked out really really well. All right, I prepped the picture. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can get it on my computer. I said that wrong. Computer. I meant to say computadora, and then yeah, I said a curse word. Usually a lot. Michigan is super snowy. Formerly Wisconsinite. I feel for you, Momo virus. Oh my god. Yeah, my friend's in Minnesota, so it's bad out there right now, or it's going to be bad. All right. Did I send it on Discord? I did send it on Discord. Yeah, this was pretty cool. I actually have another cosplay set up. Um okay, our faces might go bam on the screen. Bam. This is my friend and I. So this is the onesie that I was wearing. We got like this $10 hair gel, and it worked really really well. Like look how green my hair is, and then how red their hair is. Um so then we put on makeup, and then it was for Big Lake Cold Windy. It was for like a trunk or treat event that was this weekend. And it was my friend here with the red hair. It was their idea to do like Lock, Shock, and Barrel because they're a big like Nightmare Before Christmas fan. Um, and then I wanted to do this cosplay for work today, and then I didn't because they asked for 70s, and I'm like, ooh, I don't really have a lot of 70s stuff, but I tried to do it anyways. And then one of my other um like coworkers came in as a really good looking zombie, and I'm like, shit, I want it to be scary, not 70s. And so, but it worked out. It worked out really well. Um I have another cosplay planned that I want to try to work on and take pictures this Thursday. Because if I wasn't doing this cosplay, I would have posted pictures of this one um, on like Twitter tonight. But yes, you guys will see that soon. I'm very, very, very excited for it. I'm going to be using the white wig that we cut on stream like a month ago. I'm gonna fix that up a little bit on like the head on my mannequin so that the hair like flows down naturally. I can cut it a little bit better. But that is going to be a banger cosplay. You guys just wait. Yeah. So you must be wondering, why is there a brain? Why is the thumbnail a brain? And that is because I bought this as a fun project to do for Halloween. I would have done this, but then I got my jobs and I got busy. But this would have been done somewhere in between like 2 weeks ago to now. But I saw it at the store, and I'm like, it'd be so cool if I recreated the brain from The Evil Within. So do you guys remember that part where we're going into like Ruvik's house and then we see the different parts of the brain and we have to like probe it to try to find certain areas? I thought it'd be really fun just to paint this brain in the same way that it was in the game. So if we have extra time today, I want to do this. If not, I might just do it on Thursday, or even Friday. I wanted to host a collab for Friday, but not a lot of people can make it. So either we're gonna do this on Friday, or we'll play like Fall Guys or something like that. And we'll do it so that we can play a couple rounds and then you guys like switch out. So I think that'll be fun. But I want to like make wire like probes that stick out, and I want it to look like colorful, as in like the different parts of the brain that were highlighted, but I also want it to look super gruesome, like maybe make barbed wire and like put it around the brain, because that is so cool and it's just so the evil within. So yes, I also just didn't have enough time to make a thumbnail. So I chose the brain instead because it's been on my desk for about a month now. But let's get to the meat of today's stream. So I had pre-ordered these figures a long time ago from a company called Big Bad Toy Store. This is not sponsored, by the way. And what's really cool about them is that they have like an order cache where you can you can pre-order figures, or even I think in stock figures, and then just keep it and then ship it later, and their shipping is always $4. And I'm like, what? And so the prices might be a little higher for, like, let's say if a Crane figure sells at like $25, they might sell it at $30 or $35. But honestly, saving on shipping for so many figures, it works out for me. And it's just really easy having the cash because I like to specifically buy Crane figures from this seller. So let's get the box. This is what the box looks like. Ugh, it's super big. I'm going to cut the box first, and then I'll just take out the figures one by one. But before that, how's everyone's Halloween so far? Unfortunately, it is in the middle of the week, so I feel like whenever that happens, I feel like the Halloween spirit is just a little bit dulled, because you can't go all out or like stay up late at night because you have work or school the next day. So fun. Oh my gosh. So they like pack this thing with, so it's not bubble wrap, but it's like little squares of pockets of air that are like this. And it covers the whole thing. It's so nice. I'm so excited. This is gonna be a wild assortment of figures. Okay, maybe not wild, but been good trying to be festive tonight at work. We have a spooky potluck. Ooh, what kind of spooky potluck? Like, do people make like cupcakes and stuff dedicated to Halloween? JP, Halloween at work. Yeah, was it fun? At least, hopefully it's fun. Pomu virus, no candy, and haven't done anything spooky. Basically, it's a Tuesday. You know what? Yeah, like I really, really love Halloween, but I didn't think to do anything because it's in the middle of the week. And then I realized, you know what? I really do like seeing people's costumes. I could have gone out and just walk around for a little bit. But it's fine. I'd also want to be home just because, like, the amount of times I've heard people say be safe, I feel like that's just so, like, I wish it didn't have to happen. I wish, like, people didn't have to, like, fear for their safety in the back of their mind, for the safety of themselves or their kids. And it just makes me scared to go out, at least to like big like mall areas on like big occasions now. And I wish I didn't have to worry about it. Neighborhoods are a little safer, but I don't have too many neighborhoods to go to. Oh no, not at work. Quiet but busy. I'm more excited for bed than anything. Honestly, like I've been going to bed so early and it's great. Well, okay, not really very early. I've been trying to go to bed earlier, and last night I did go to bed earlier and I felt so much better today. Creasy, like gross or scary looking. Oh, I want to eat gross looking food that tastes good. Like a slime or something like that, or like something in like a casserole and like fingers and stuff on it. That would be so cool. I would love to eat that. Tell us, was there anything that like caught your eye in particular? Yeah. So they gave us this little postcard. It says combine and hold orders. You can hold items up to 90 days. That's also the biggest thing. Definitely holding orders up to 90 days. Halloween ain't like it used to be, old man. I can't say anything to that, but I will take your word for it. I.e., someone made alien deviled eggs but used food coloring to turn them blue and green. That's so cool. You just gave me an idea. So not just regular deviled eggs, but you have to make very special kind of eggs, and I know exactly what to make. Or even like cupcakes that are like egg shaped. Yeah. You guys will see what I mean in a second. Yeah. So on their website, every day they have figures that are on sale. And I'm like, who the fuck makes these figure collages? And how much time do they put into making these collages every day? Like, it seems really like intuitive that, of course, like they would want to show, like, for example, like this panel right here, they would want to show what kind of figures are showcased that people just know to click on it to check out what kind of figures are on sale for that day. But since they do it every day, I'm like, oh, fuck. That's a lot of work, actually. Alrighty. So our first figure for tonight, I'm going to give hints, and then I want you guys to try to guess who she is. So, one, she is a female. She is a bishoujo character that is very popular, but not because her personality is like extravagant or something like that. She has one particular scene in the first episode of this anime that everyone knows her for. And what I personally like about her is that she's very like realistic. So her and the main character actually start dating, and she seems just very like down to earth. Yeah, so I want you guys to try guessing who she is. I will give you a hint. She is most commonly associated with an animal that has really long ears. I guess I'll just say she's most commonly associated with a rabbit. So I actually have quite a number of figures of her. I have like a figure collection of her now. And for all of my like girl figures, I guess I don't particularly love any of them, but like I so desperately want a girl figure collection that I buy figures of them. Which sort of sounds ridiculous, but I think in general I'm just very specific with the characters that I like from anime. So again, she is a Bishoujo character. There were a lot of existing figures of her. I had an answer, but it died real fast. She is associated with a bunny. I guess, but when I say associated, it's not like Zodiac, like Fruits Basket, where like she is a bunny. She wears something bunny-like. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, drum roll. 3, 2, 1, shing. It's my Sakura Chiba from Bunny Girl Senpai. Look at her. I love packaging with any kind of silver or gold, so I look at this, I'm like, wow, this is like more pricey. Actually, who makes this? Kadokawa. It's an amp figure. I'm guessing it's Taito? Yeah, Pomovirus, you guessed it. I think this is a Taito figure. I'm not actually sure because like they have different lines. So like this would be considered the AMP plus line because they have other figures now that are in this line. But what I particularly liked about this figure is that her stockings look real. And I have another figure, which I will bring to you right now, that also has real stockings. So this is Supersonico. I looked it up on Google, wouldn't tell me. You guys might know Supersonico. Well, probably know Supersonico. She's just a really popular looted character. I personally like her because I like how innocent she looks and how just like kind she looks, but is also like a looted character, which is why I base my name off of her actually. Sani is short for Sonico. If you look here, actually my full username was PastelSonico, but because I started selling things, I shortened it to Sani. Um, it would be cool to go back to being called like PastelSonico, but like I really like the way Sani sounds. But yeah, so she's tall. She's like, let's see, let's measure her. I guess we'll go this way. Sorry, I have my mic right here, so my arms are around my mic, almost hugging. All right, she's almost, yeah, she's basically a foot tall, including the ears here. But if you look at her, like honestly, I liked her headphones. Yeah, her headphones are really cute. They're really iconic. It's like metal looking ones with like a space in between. And so her stockings are real. These pleats are real. And I'm like, I like this. I really like this in my figures. So that's why I'm really excited about this, my Sakurajima figure. The only thing is, the last time I got a sitting my figure, she was really, really small. So I don't know how small this one's going to be. I think if you actually like compare the size of the figure to one that is standing, I think the proportions are the same, but because she is sitting, she looks like smaller. Also, what I also liked about this Supersonica figure is that, like, okay, her booba are huge, right? But it doesn't look like terrible when you look at this figure. Like, it looks like it matches her proportions. I feel like are a little more normal here, a little more lifelike, which I really like. I really don't like Supersonico when she has like massive, massive booba. It's terrible to look at for me. So I'd say that figure is like pretty safe, pretty within my bounds of what I like. So yeah, let us open her. Yeah, I do have an X-Acto knife, I think somewhere, but I don't pull it out like ever. So I'm just using my scissors. I've become really accustomed to using my scissors this way, so. Says that and still struggles to open up the box. Do you guys collect figures? If you do, what kind of figures do you like to collect? So like, as I mentioned before, I like collecting crane figures. I'm starting to get into scale figures, which is a dangerous, dangerous place to be. But also at the same time, I think I've learned what kind of scale figure I like. All right, here we go. Oh! Oh my gosh, she's bigger than I thought she would be. Oh! Yes. Okay, there's always tape. I collected a lot and then I ran out of shelf space. Oh my god, you guys should see my shelf right now. It looks so crowded. And that's not what I originally intended it to look like, so I'm gonna have to change that up sometime. After I show these current like prize figures, then I will go ahead and show you guys what my shelf looks like. Oh my god, she is so good! Ooh, okay. So her stockings actually have a little more like flexibility to them than Soniko's does. But she is actually like bigger than I thought she would be. Because like the other sitting figure that I got, she looked like she was actually this small in comparison. But look at her. Oh my god. I feel like I got like one of the standing like really big scale bunny figures, but for cheap. So she was actually, I think, just $35. I'm a little scared to flip her, like to show the bottom part. But like, look at the proportions of like her leg to her butt to her like to her chest area here. I collect Nendos mostly, and then Kotobukiya Armored Girls. Yeah, Nendorites. I actually don't know the Kotobukiya Armored Girls. I'll have to look that up. What's the name of your favorite line so I can look them up? Aside from plushies, I have exactly 2 figures. A nice 2B figure and a Vegeta figure, strictly so I can have Vegeta on a cheetah for the holiday seasons. I'm 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 guessing that is a joke in the fandom. Unfortunately, I do not know what that means, but it sounds funny. And honestly, like just having one really nice figure, I respect that a lot cuz then like you will always like really enjoy that figure. Let's see. So these are two different makers, I think. So if you look at the tights, oh, so what's interesting is that the tights here, they look like they're like circular in like this direction. So it's like circle, 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 circle. But these ones here are actually more oblong like this, circle, circle, circle. So it looks like you can see more skin on Mai. Like her leggings appear a little more sheer than Sonico's. But I appreciate both like a lot. I'm so happy. Oh my god, you bunny girls. Ugh. I like to say I have base tastes. Ahaha. It's a play on Elf on a Shelf tradition, nothing fandom related. Oh, I don't know what Elf on the Shelf is either. But also what's really cute is that they still have her right here, her little hairpins, like a hair clip in the back, and then her bunny pin. So yeah, we will put her back in there. I'm very excited to put her on my shelf. The only thing is with her having like actual like netted stockings, I have to make sure that they don't get super dusty. But overall, really, really happy with this figure. What I like most about Taito figures, actually, versus Furyu. So let me grab like a Furyu figure. I'll be right back. My onesie glowed in the dark when I went inside my closet. So this is a Furyu figure of Miku. So this is the Choco Mint, wait, Sweet Sweets Choco Mint line. What Furyu has been doing actually is releasing different versions of the same figure. So this is the regular one, and then they have like a more shiny one. Alright, so I'm going to compare 2 different Miku figures right now. So this one's going to be Furyu. And then let me grab... Okay. And then I grabbed a Furyu Miku from my shelf. Not Furyu, sorry, Taito Miku. So this is Halloween Miku. The reason why I didn't display this one right here is because the peg that sticks her on her stand broke the first time that I put her on the stand, and I'm like, well, that's shitty. But now I know why people end up getting like broken figures. So all right, so if we compare the two, they look about the same. Oops, they look about the same size. One thing that I really like about the Taito figures is that her eyes on her face are really large, and it gives off that very animated, just very cute anime look. And if you look on the Furyu figure, her eyes are a little more proportional to the face, which gives it a little more of like a realistic looking anime figure. um Also, Furyu, they do their hair differently. It looks like they put a little more effort into coloring it versus like Taito. They have it one color and then it's just like clear at the ends here. Of course, that's just up to the style, but there's definitely, let's see. I don't know. There's something more realistic, more like scale figure like about the Taito figures than the Furyu figures. Like this just looks like regular plastic, but this looks like it's like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I was going to say that even like Furyu figures might be a little bit smaller, but they look about the same size. Their knees are about the same place. Maybe this one's slightly bigger. Um, but yeah, I think what I like most is the eyes. So now I'm trying to go away from Furyu figures. I only have like maybe 3 of these. Two of them I like a lot. They're more like noodle stoppers. So they're sitting down, and I feel like they look really good sitting down. But in comparison in like height and just overall design, I really like the Taito figures. So that was my rant. I hope you like my review. Furyu versus Taito. Just things to consider. If you choose to buy more like train figures. All right. For the holiday season, I'm just going to go ahead and leave Miku over here because she looks really cute. This stand is also just really cute. It's much wider, much more wide. Alrighty, so the next two from the series, I'm just gonna throw them right in here, because once you guess one, you could definitely guess the other. But they are both from Saekano. So when I mentioned before that like I'm very picky about the characters that I choose to collect, the Saekano girls were like just enough to make me want to collect them. Which sounds really bad, but it's not terrible in my mind. Like I love being able to have like collections of them. I just don't care for them too much as characters. And I think I found a way around that where in terms of buying scale figures, I really like illustration based figures. So they're not based off of any anime. Like the characters themselves don't have any stories, but they just visually look really pretty. And I think if I can get those figures on sale, like that'll be my new like girl collection. Just really pretty like standalone figures that I think look really nice. So these two Saekano figures are from the same line. I think they were recently released. They're also, for whatever reason, really expensive when I feel like they shouldn't be. But these are both Taito figures. I decided not to get Megumi because I didn't like the way she looked. So in this case, I was very selective about who I was going to get in this case. So Taito actually came out with 2 lines. So this one, they actually made for a lot of other girls from different series. Is it Konosuba? Or like another big series also has like these inflatable tube figures. And then the second series is the girls in like cat ears and a cat tail. That one was really cute, but it seemed a little too overly sexual for me, which is why I didn't want it. Says the one who has the bunny girl figures, but whatever. So this series is called Aqua Float Girls. I think it's like just super cute bathing suit figures. I think it's not like, I think they're cute and also a little sexy, but like not in like a overtly crazy way, I guess. These boxes are really like small, just like the other one, which I really like because it saves a little more space. Also, I like how they put like different backgrounds on these. It gives these It gives these figures a little bit of flavor. But let's start with Utaha. What I really like about Utaha is that, like, she knows what she wants, I feel like. Or maybe she didn't. Actually, the last time I watched the anime was a couple years ago. But that's just the vibe. Even if I'm wrong, that's just the vibe that I get from her. That, like, she doesn't beat around the bush. Not as much as Eriri does. And so she's supposed to be... I keep opening these backwards. She's supposed to be, like, the more mature one. But she's quite immature, in my opinion. But that's, like, her charm. She like, appears mature, but isn't. And I think that's really fun. Alright, so I'm opening up her little inner tube first. So the inner tube is solid plastic. Like, it looks like it could be an inflatable. I remember getting these small, like, free Iwatobi figures. And the tube was inflatable. But in this case, they made this a solid plastic, which I think works really well. It gets the mold for, like, the little bumps on the plastic really well. What is it? Like, do you know when you sit down on an inflatable tube and it starts getting, like, ridges because it starts bunching up together? Alright, so first glance, these figures look small. This is around the same size as the Mai Sakurajima figure that I had sitting down. And having small figures like this makes me feel like my money isn't really worth it because it doesn't really, like, catch my eye. But let's take a look at her. Alright, so this actually reminds me a lot of a Furyu figure. The nice thing is I like it enough to not want to return it or sell it again. But Taito has this, like, classic clear part at the end here. If you look at the actual molding for her hair, it stays all up, which I think is really cool. She sculpted really well. Like, look, she actually has abs. It's a little hard to see on camera, but she has abs. It's like, ooh, abs. It's really nice because her, like, actually, like, feeling her, like, ankles, they feel really dainty. The standalone 7th I have is Heavily Armed High School Girls Roku by Neko. Oh, okay. I feel like I've heard of, did you say it was Frame Arms Girl? Let's see. Yeah, Frame Arms Girls. Let's put her on here. Ooh, so when you set her down on the inner tube, she's in this really nice, like, relaxed position. It makes the figure look really, really dynamic, especially since her arm is above her head. When you look at her from this direction, that actually makes sense. But I was about to say, it looks a little awkward, but I think anatomically they got it correct from the top. She also has her red glasses here. They actually look really chonky, and I'm guessing they just did that for the visuals, because if they made it any smaller, it might break off or something like that. So if they're actually on her face, it'd be a lot smaller. And then you have this. I'm guessing the inner tube Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try to lift her up. Look! So that's really cool. That's a really, like, neat thing. So you have this little wave that's supposed to be a stand for the actual figure itself. And I feel like that helps bring your eye to the figure. And that's super duper nice. I want to, like, keep her like this so that you guys could, like, see her, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. So, and I feel like she's not fragile where I feel like I'm, like, break off something by handling her. So I'll leave her up there. Normally figures that are this small, I'm like, I don't really want her, but in this case I like. Alright. And then after this, I want to know what you guys think. Who you like better, Utaha or Eriri? Whoops. Alright. Now it is Eriri. She has this nice like light motif going on. I like how they added like the sparkles in the background. It just looks super nice. I'm already thinking of my last figure. I'm so excited. But I'm on Eddie. I can't take my attention away from Eddie. It's so funny, but until I started watching Pomu, even though like I knew of Eddie before, I didn't know that I had a thing for like specifically like this color blonde, like a pinkish blonde hair, anime girls. I just really really like the way it looks. I used to play this dress up game called Dream Girlfriend, and it sounds terrible, I know. But it was just a dress up game where you would just play for outfits, and it's a gotcha. Um, and one of my favorite characters had this like long two pigtails, and especially now that Pomu has her new like pigtail, like 4.0 outfit, it's so cute. So let's flip this over the back. I love how Eddie is green. Green is my favorite color. And specifically, this light green is like chef's kiss. Like, it looks so good. Everyone in Sayakano is great. I do love like how dynamic they are, but also like realistic. So it's supposed to be like playing off of those tropes, but I also feel like they did a really good job with them. They made him feel a little more lifelike, which I like. Oh, so Eddie looks small right off the bat. She feels more dainty. I'm a little more afraid of bumping these. Like they can take moving it, but she actually has her arm out on the side here. So this is a figure where you're supposed to look at from the side, which I feel like is a really good angle for her. Because like I think I feel weird saying this out loud, but like Utaha has a bigger chest, and so I think like they really want to like show that off in terms of showing off her like sexiness. But Eriri, because her chest is smaller, they want to make like the rest of her body look good. Oh, I feel so weird saying that. She has these little like flyaway ribbons. Her mold also looks really good. Although she doesn't really have like abs like Utaha does, it almost looks like you can see her like rib cage really well right here. Which is I guess I'm just looking for something. Her skin, so Utaha is more pink in her skin, like Eri is just like white. So she has the same sort of like stand on the bottom. And then her little inflatable is also made out of plastic. I don't know if you can hear that, but also like the ridges just look so nice. It's so much nicer than rather than having an actual like plastic inflatable to make it out of like hard plastic. But this is what she would look like from the side. Ta-da! So very cute. Definitely having them propped up and not sitting on the ground makes me more likely to look at them. I think they'd be a great addition on a desk too. Yeah, I will actually show you guys like the scale figure counterparts to these girls. It's actually very interesting. It made me think why they decided to make Eriri a smaller like figure, even though she already has a bigger figure. And I'm going to go grab her right now. I like just got these two figures, and the reason why I got them is because I got them used off of Ami Ami. So instead of being like $200 figures each, I got one for 50 and one for like 70 or $80, which is really really good. And I couldn't pass off on it. And now I want to get Megumi, and she is affordable and I could get her at any time. But I'm also trying to be just more mindful about where I put my money. I think the biggest thing that I'm struggling with right now is that I have a lot of different collections going at once. It's a lot of collections that were like, some of them are more in the forefront, such as Niji Sanji and collecting like Saeko no figures. And some of them are in the background, like Sanrio, Nendroid, stuff like that. But um, good old Ami Ami. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna buy used figures from anywhere other than Ami Ami, and they have to be A grade because that means they're unopened. But it's so much cheaper than buying them used off of Mercari or like brand new here. Like just get a used figure from Ami Ami. They're like I guess requirements for used figures are super duper strict. So like if the box has a dent in it, B, even though it hasn't been opened, or B plus or whatever. Um, she can get a completely unopened figure because people would just buy them because they want it. They will display them and then just sell them, like resell them, and it's so much cheaper to get it like that. I'm gonna get some more water before I get those figures. All right, I am super duper proud of these figures. Super happy to have them. Is my camera okay? All right, so definitely the way that my lighting is right now, it does not. It looks like the figures are blanched a little bit in color, but they look more vibrant in person. So you have a base. This base is pretty big, which makes you think, oh my god, like how big are these figures actually? Bam! It's almost the same pose. Her hair is really dynamic. Just really surprised that they chose to like make another version of her like this. But I guess it's like just more affordable. Her little sunglasses came off here. I actually don't know if they were supposed to go in her hand or not, but if I rotate her, this is what she looks like. Ah! She's just too good! She ate a Super Mario mushroom. She did indeed. So let's actually size compare. I think this is a 7th scale figure, considered 7th. She must be like what? A 10th scale figure? Is that a 3 times the size? Um but I'd say this LED right here, her face is closer to the actual anime. This one looks a little more cutesy, maybe a little closer to the visual novel. She also has like the purple coloring at the end of her hair, but just like look at the difference though between a scale figure and like a prize figure. I'd say the prize figure does a really good job, and it's still a great figure for cheaper. But then when you look at like a scale figure and you look more closely at like the contours of her body, and then like just the I guess the plastic, how much thicker the plastic is, it feels like you have something that's more worth it. So 35 instead of like 50, because I got her used, like 50 is definitely the steal. Her legs just look super nice in this position. They look really long, even though she's supposed to be a little bit shorter. She got a little like scrunch up here with her bathing suit. She has a little bit of like details here, bracelets. And then when you sit her down, this she also has an inner tube, but this one's red. Might be a 8th versus 7th scale. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then she has this like nice platform that's around the same size as her. Supposed to be like half beach. When you turn her to the side, this is what she looks like. This is so satisfying because she's so big and she just looks so nice on the shelf. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna move on to Utaha so I don't take too much time on her. So that's Edidi. I didn't actually know I would have so much to say about figures tonight, but I'm definitely really passionate about it. So, this is Utaha. Does her hat come off? It does. She also definitely has some heft to her. She is heavier. She has this really nice skirt. Oh, the skirt's actually detachable from one end. I had trouble like actually putting the skirt on, so I'm gonna keep it here. But if you wanted her to just be like full on bikini, you could. Because you can pull this off, she's a little more exposed. She definitely does seem like a little more like sexy. But what I really like is this hat. I feels like it gives her a very sophisticated look. So she's still really pretty, but also like, I don't know. I guess the hat makes her feel a little bit more modest. So let's compare her to her little small figure equivalent. Utaha just looked like massive in comparison to this Utaha. You can tell that the color of her hair is more accurate on the bigger figure than it is the smaller figure. Like the smaller figure is this like really like muddled brown black. Which I think like if you were to take this figure in like real life, that would make sense. But this one is just a little more stylized. She also has the blue on the tips of her hair. I would actually say, well, so if you look at her booba, this might be a little more accurate in terms of actual booba, because this one is just like really like contained and small, but this one, like her booba actually have like shape. And there's also some really nice tasteful underboob. I'm not actually looking at Utaha for that, but she just, I guess like I'm thinking of when people are like tasteful underboob, I said the same thing. I definitely like Edidi more, but it feels really satisfying to have Utaha as well. And I can't wait to have Megumi. And then when she is on her little sand here, because like she's lounging on the sand. Ta-da! This is what she looks like. And with her hat too. Ooh. Ta-da! Yeah, it's very complete figure. Very, very happy with her. And what's even cooler is that they both come with little inserts. Little cardboard inserts that are really, really detailed. They're almost the same as like Nendroid backgrounds. So you can just sit the figure down here and then have her posing with like this in the background. And it just looks so pretty. Alrighty, so I'm going to set these figures back on the shelf and then we'll get to our last figure, which I think is perfect timing. Because after this figure, so we're not gonna get to the brain today. I want to, her hat. I really want to take my time with the brain and just have fun with it. But also I have to do a little bit of research on that, like look up reference pictures and stuff like that of real brain, but also in-game brain. So we'll just finish up with this last figure and then I will transition on from streaming to karaoke. And that is going to be K-pop songs that I really like. I thought about it, I'm like, oh, I should have did Halloween songs, but one, I don't really know a lot of Halloween songs, and two, everyone else is doing Halloween songs, and like some of you guys said, it's just like a regular Tuesday, and I'm treating it the same way as well. I'm gonna put the girls back on the shelf. All right, you guys have to say my tastes are based. I think I have a really good eye, okay, I really like what I like. And so when I pick it out, I feel like I do a good job of picking out figures that are good. Alrighty, last figure. I'm so excited. Alright. Guess what kind of very pretty anime girl is going to show up on screen? Ah! Psych! It's not an anime girl. It is actually a monster. And what kind of monster, you may be asking? I did tweet about it before. And so if you remember what kind of monster we're talking about, I will give you a hint. The monster also has an association with eggs. Um, but like an egg that sort of like unfolds and then something weird comes out of it. Are you ready? This thing is actually like hefty. So they came out with a 30th anniversary version, which was at Target for a long time, and actually had the opportunity to buy one. But the box was all like messed up, and people's fingers have been on it, and I'm like, fuck that. But it was right around the same time that the 40th anniversary came out, and I'm like, hell yeah! And I got it for a good price too. Like all the pre-orders are better price than when they are in stock. So this is called the Big Chap. 30th anniversary was also called the Big Chap, but I think this version looks a little better. Yes. It's an alien figure. This is going to be my first, second, third alien figure. Specifically Xenomorph. Called the Big Chap Ultimate Edition. You can see it has the logo, the iconic green eggs. This is a NECA figure, Real Toys. This thing is like big. About 11 inches. So actually the Supersonico figure is taller, but she also does have like the two little like bunny ears that come out, which give her a little bit more height. But here is just the Xenomorph posing. Here's the Xenomorph with its mouth out. Here is the egg with a face hugger. And then here is the chest burster. And I'm like, I totally forgot this was going to be in here. I'm like, oh, I don't actually have like a replica looking chest burster. Oh, it says down here, includes egg, chest burster, and face hugger. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm going to read this. In space, no one can hear you scream. In a remote region of the galaxy, the United Space Tug Nostrum, carrying a cargo of mineral ore, makes its return journey to Earth. The ship's crew, 5 men, 2 women, and a cat, are awakened from their hypersleep chambers when Mother, the onboard computer, monitors a strange transmission. According to company law, the crew must investigate any signal indicating possible intelligent life. What begins as a routine search mission quickly escalates into a nightmare of unimaginable terror when the crew discovers and brings aboard an extraterrestrial life form. Man, now I need to finish my alien marine cosplay. Yeah, do it! Yeah! I realized that this is actually based off of the Alien movie, the first one. I might have seen this one a long time ago, but the one I watched the most is Aliens. And I think I would have watched this movie had I had it as a kid, but I didn't. So like when I got to watch Aliens as a kid, it was because it was on TV, and I most of the time never got to see the full thing. So, oh. All right, so it actually has a window. Whoa! He's massive. Ooh. Ooh. So one thing I really liked about this one is that the detail matches the Figma that I have. So they made a Xenomorph Figma that looks fucking awesome. He actually looks a little bit silver because of the way that they sculpted him. So this one doesn't look like silver. Oops. Ooh. This one doesn't look like silver, but it has some really nice detail to him. So his arms are sort of strapped, so it looks like he's like, oh, reflection. How do I open him? Do I open him from the bottom or the top? He has a little hook in case you wanted to be like in stores. Do I open him from this way? Oh, I think I do. Oh, there's tape here. Okay, let's cut that. I had the most fun watching the Alien movies when I was a kid. Actually, my favorite one of them, other than the first one, is Aliens vs. Predator. Some people are like, this is a cheesy ass movie, but I'm like, what? You get to see some fighting between two really cool monster characters? Like, I want to watch this. Whoop. Oh my god, he is big. So this will be my biggest figure to date. I'm actually gonna smell the figure. That sounds a little bit weird, but he smells very, very chemically. Very, very chemical. Which is not fantastic. He has very humanoid feet. Look at that. Hold on. I guess I'll... What is... Oh my god. It comes with a base for the egg. Oh, it's so cool. So it's not just an egg sitting there. Alright, let's snap this. Oh! That was easy. Wow. Oh my god. Can I adjust the... No, I can't. Okay, so it looks like I can't really adjust the tail. I've learned that when they use rubber to do tails in figures, the rubber ends up breaking apart. So that's why they don't do that very much. But, let's see. His articulation. So his head can sort of turn side to side. Can't really move up and down. Arms... Ooh, okay, so arms are only on a single pivot. So you can only go up and down with the arms. Let's see. Can you move the joints? The joints look like they can be moved, but I don't know. They look a little stiff to me. Huh? Oh my god. It looks like I'm breaking it off, but like it's just a little coating of plastic. So you can bend the arms at the joints. It's just a little difficult. I just don't want to break him. It looks like it's meant to be bent, though. It looks like there's like an arm joint. Okay, there we go. He looks a little funky. You have like the ridges. Ooh, look at the spine. The spine has some really, really nice detail when you run your finger over it. It definitely has some like heft to it. I didn't know the alien had these little like prongs sticking out of their like arm. I really miss the days of like prosthetics and not like the really like old ugly looking ones, but like when they actually made the monster costumes, you know? Like at least with the Five Nights at Freddy's, they actually made the animatronics, but alright, so he has a really nice swivel here. So he can like oh, he could actually 180. But this swivel gives a lot of positioning capability, which I really like. I really do like was it upper torso swivels? And then his leg. So his leg only goes out. That is quite funny. I feel like I could do some really funny things with that. So I'm bending the knee. It's a little bit stiff. But it has like a two joints. Or like an upper joint so that when you pull on it, the knee can extend or close a little bit more, which has better articulation. I feel like I can make him look like he's like kicking a soccer ball. That's just so funny. Let me move his other leg. Okay. There we go. He does not come with a stand, so I don't know how exactly I'm going to pose him. But the iconic pose is when the alien sort of has his hands like this. There isn't a joint here, unfortunately, so he'll just always look like he's reaching for something, which they basically do. But I also really like about the xenomorphs is that they go on like 2 legs, 2 feet, you know? I wonder... Nah, because the joint... Let's see. Oh, it rotates. It's a ball joint, so it rotates here. But I can't bring... Oh, I can. I can bring it back. How? Oh, oh! Time to do stop motion with him now. Oh my god. I unfortunately don't have the patience for that, but that sounds cool. Oh, he looks so funky, but I love it. He's just so shiny. But what I love the most is how this is sort of like semi-transparent. It looks so cool. Like there's actually a Monster High doll who is also transparent. You can see the skeleton on the inside. I think that's also very cool. All right, let's move on from the big chap. I will leave him right here. What we also got are the little accessories. I always thought the egg was really fucking gross. Definitely like female body part vibes, if you get what I mean. Just that they purposely made it really gross. Not that female body parts are gross, but try to take off this. Maybe I should just cut it. I don't know. I have this tape here. Alrighty. Oh, that's really nice. So they have this little plastic insert so that they don't leave. Oh, ew. I say ew because like these things do gross me out, but like they're still cool, but like oh my god. So in the mouth, they actually have a little gap here, but they painted it black to make the mouth look a little bigger, and they painted this thing red. Like it just burst out of someone's chest. And then we have, this will be my first like fully formed face hugger. Ooh. Oh, it looks creepy as fuck. That's what I really like about it. Creepy as fuck is the goal. With his little like spider arms. The tail here. Never liked looking at this part. Again, really gross looking genitalia. It almost looks like it's like a like it has ridges like an anemone, I guess. Like the inside of an anemone. You have a little like little pin here from natural production. And then the last thing is going to be the base. Was not expecting this, but I am very pleased, especially with like the sculpting and the painting of it. Oh, it just adds so much to it. How do I take this thing off? Is it just, oh, okay. It was just nicely fitted in there, no tape or anything, which is great. All right, so we're gonna put this down. I'm gonna do this. Does this fit a certain way? It doesn't look like it, actually. Oh, okay. There are these two ridges here that I think go here. A friend of mine had a face hugger plushie that he would throw. Oh my god, that is so cute. Ah, yeah, okay. It nicely, does it nicely fit? Oh my god, it fits perfect. Wow, this thing just looks so real, and it's big. It's really big. I'm nerding out so hard. This is so fun. I'm so happy. Oh my god, this is like better than I could have imagined. For like, I think it was like a $45 figure. Then you have this little guy. I didn't realize their tails were so long. To me, it doesn't make sense why the tail is so long, like anatomically. But I guess like this will eventually become the tail on the alien, and like the body stops forming around here. But yeah, that is the big chap. Oh, we forgot to look. Oh, forgot to look at his mouth. Open wide. Yeah! Yeah! What I really liked about this figure is that like they made it the same color. On some of the figures, like the mouth insert, they make it like white or silver or something, and it looks like it really stands out. But this is the same color as his mouth, so it's perfect. There's a bit of flexibility here. You could sort of pose it where you want to, but gravity is going to bring it down. I like it when it's not pulled out all the way. It looks a little more natural. Ooh, if I stand him upright, I don't know how well this is going to stick outward. Oh, if you pull it all the way, it's fine. Hee Yay! So that's it. That's it for my unboxing. That was fun. That was worth it. That was worth the wait for sure. And $4 shipping was really, really good. So again, this isn't sponsored, but thank you, Big Bad Toy Store. I really appreciate the way your store works, and I appreciate all the hard work you put into like selling figures and making things happen. I've been following Chibi Chop Shop for a long time, and they're really, really struggling, especially since COVID hit. No one's been buying anything. They haven't been able to get new items to help bring in revenue, and I think they might be closing soon. So I'm wishing them the best, but I know what it's like to like have something you want to do and then it either not working out or just not being able to do it. So I hope that they're still able to like live out their dreams, even if they can't make it work right now. But yeah, so let's put together all of the figures that we have tonight. I was about to say, I don't know why I put Mai in her packaging, but then I realized it's because she has the stockings. We have Mai here. And then we have Utaha and Eriri. Ta-da! So, very, very interesting spread of figures tonight. But fun nonetheless. We actually finished on time perfectly. This will give me enough time to I still have to like get ready. I unfortunately cannot use this mic because I don't have a USB to phone converter, so I think my sound is not going to be that good tonight. But I'm still going to do it anyways. Crazy variety. You get half naked girls and then a monster. And a baby monster. And even more baby monster. I'm really, really happy with this though, yeah. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed this figure unboxing as well. I love figure unboxings because it makes me feel like I get the gratification of having the figure as well. Yeah. Alright, so my karaoke is going to be on Twitter Spaces. And the theme is going to be K-pop songs. This is a weird fanfic I do. Krisu, don't even go there. You know it's already being done. But no. As much as I agree with you, no, we don't say that here. Not like Tentacle's a great genre or anything. Or monster. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this figure unboxing. Thank you for joining me, especially on Halloween. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. And start getting rid, or not getting rid. Stores are getting rid of Halloween stuff already, and like it wasn't even Halloween yet. But then you can start preparing for like other holidays that are coming, such as Thanksgiving. Shh, I didn't say anything, JP. And then Christmas stuff is already on the shelves. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? But yeah, everyone have a good rest of your evening. Stay safe if you do choose to go outside. See you in the space. I'll see you guys there. Bye bye. Bye bye.